What's poppin'? 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 What's poppin'?
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Here we go. Welcome in Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon, man. It's the Locker Crew, me and Van. Everybody else who tends to join in. This is an interesting day. Van and I have decided to come talk about some things, get some things out of the way. Coaching vacancies are being filled. Boom, boom, boom. Which I guess can allow you to speculate that the Kentucky job will not be filled. It will. I mean, it will be retained. It will not be filled by another outside coach. But I wanted to come on and talk to Van a little bit and find out. Good thing or bad thing for UK, Van? That these coaches.
Good thing or bad thing? It's a good question. It's never a good thing to end like we ended the last 2 years. But as I sent out the cryptic tweet yesterday, John Cena as the heel, I've seen enough. I think it's time to blow this shit up. It's based off of this, Anthony. You can't end the last 2 seasons like we ended it.
Yeah. Well,
you can't lose to Louisville. What's the 80-something to 7-10 or something, whatever. You can't end your last 2 games of the season like that. You cannot end it with a guy at the damn concession stand getting a hot dog. Like, you just can't end it like that.
Or your former player stabbing somebody at another university.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. Ain't got nothing to do with us. So, for me, you don't make change just to make change, but I can give you, it's time for a change. Now, the crazy part about it's time for a change is it doesn't mean that you're going to win 11 games next year. See, that's what I think some fans get into the idea of you make a change and you're going to win X amount of games. It doesn't happen that way. But you cannot end, Anthony, we're 5-5. If you win one of the last 2 games, I feel good about next season.
Our fan base don't. But that's the problem. Fan base don't. The worst thing we could have done was won that game yesterday. Worst thing we could have done.
You're right.
Is that crazy as shit?
Yeah, you're right. The worst thing we could have done was to win that game yesterday. Like I said on the post-game show, is this, Anthony. When you worked in your civilian job, did you have a boss?
Yes.
Did your boss not have a boss?
Yes.
Did your boss not have a boss? Did your boss's boss not have a boss? So what I'm getting at is people are barking at Stoops and they're barking at Mitch. No one's barking at the board of trustees, because this is what we talk about all the time. We talked about this today. Is I know LSU and I know someone on the board of LSU. Those guys make the decisions with the boosters. And it comes down to this, y'all. I've said it here. I said others. We don't have the money. And people are like, oh, we do have the money. No, you don't. No, you don't. The athletic department works on a budget. The athletic department works on a budget, right? That budget funds the whole athletic department, not just football. Now, what funds like these big schools that I know of, LSU, are the boosters. Period. The boosters get coaches out of here. And we are supposed to be in the SEC. We are supposed to be big time boy football. If you want to get rid of the guy, individuals have to pay him out of here. That's just how the game works. If you want him out of here, you get him out of here. Every program in the SEC got rid of coaches. Everyone. Florida is paying Napier how much? Jimbo Fisher got paid how much? Who else is big? Fucking Hugh Freeze gonna get paid how much? Like all that stuff. This is not us, it's everyone. But we complain about, oh, well, why we gotta pay this guy that much money? Because he earned that money. As coaches, you are hired to be fired. You know how you insulate yourself from getting fired? It's getting a buyout. You create your buyout to insulate your ass from getting fired. That's the name of the business. How much LSU paying Brian Kelly? And Brian Kelly ain't do shit for that program. He didn't elevate it. He didn't take it to a point the program has never been to. He stayed there, what, less than 5 years? He's getting paid out of it.
I think the thing to me is all these coaches are being picked up. So I think the reality is starting to set in with our fan base that Stoops ain't going nowhere. I don't care if we keep him. Like as Van and I both said on the show, we're going to support whoever put the headsets on. I don't care. Like it don't matter to me. Now, if your whole thing is you want to see us win an SEC championship, play for an SEC championship, or win a national championship, that's fine. I know a lot of people ain't saying that. Y'all want entertaining football. I think beating Auburn, I think beating Florida was entertaining football. I think going to overtime to Texas is entertaining football. I just think at a certain point where we won't change. Like when we ask for the change, like what's going to come with the change? But I'm seeing all these all these coaches being picked up now. So where's the fan base stand out? That's where I kind of want to talk to Van. Like everybody thought we were shooing for John Summerall. Like I think I don't know per se. I like head ball coach. I liked head ball coach and I played with him. Like I just liked his enthusiasm. I like Hal Mumby's enthusiasm because I was an offensive guy. Defensive. You probably didn't. But now, the way the chips are falling, if we still want to change, if we going to muster up the money, we're not going to muster up the money in 60 days. And here's the other thing that Van kind of pointed out and other people have been pointing out. If we thought Mark Stoops was so bad, and even when he flirted with Texas A&M, why wasn't everybody up in arms when we gave him that deal that's due in 60 days? Now, if y'all have said something then I could have you back. Like I could be like, well, yeah, man, people were mad about it at that point. Like nobody said nothing when they gave him the deal. Now, mind you, NIL things have changed and a lot of things have changed. A lot of coaches have left his staff. I mean, I don't know. He gave the offensive line coach a year And a bonus, I don't know, but I'd like to say I'm cheering for whoever the coach is. Everybody who's expecting something to change, after you see all these names tumble, are we still wanting change? Us as fans, are we still wanting change knowing there's lanes off the table? So I mean, if y'all think y'all want John Gruden here, for somebody who played for John Gruden,
See, but Anthony, that goes back to this, right? It goes back to entertainment factor, right?
right?
John Gruden would bring entertainment factor, right? To get John Gruden off of his couch or whatever you're talking about, how much is it going to cost for us to pay John Gruden? Let's say he goes cheap. Let's say it's 5 years, 35 million. Let's just go there, cheap, right? Let's say after year two, that we realize, as you said, you played for John Gruden. John Gruden ain't made for college football.
No, sir. No.
Okay, hold on. So now you pay 14 million. So now you up for 21 million. After you just paid 40 million for Stoops to leave this year. Let's go hypothetical, right? So now the boosters on the hook for $60 million. This guy here, bro. This guy here. That guy there.
He don't have a full-time job.
That guy there, boy, is something special. All right. Scott Gregory said Brian Hartline. Does Brian Hartline want to see? Here's the thing with all the people that people are saying is I can name some coaches too. Do they want to be here? Like that's the whole thing. Like Anthony, how long ago I said about John Summerall? I said from the people I know at Tulane. Now, one thing, y'all.
Yeah, this one is first, second, or third choice.
Well,
probably.
One thing about me is I got ears to Louisiana, and I only have ears because of the high school I went to. So I have ears, and you don't know if they're being 100% honest because you don't know if the person issuing them the comments are being 100% honest. But some of these comments are not coming from another party. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you do that where the kids stand in a circle and they whisper whatever the teacher's saying and they go around and at the end. No. It's not that fifth, sixth guy. It's like coming from mouth. So the amount of wiggle room is not as much. They were not worried about us. I said that months ago before the season. They're not worried about us. There's worry about Auburn, and there's worry about Florida. That's it. So just because you want a guy here doesn't mean he wants to be here. Like then I heard that, now this is not from guys I know. These are from group chats that I'm in, that Will Stein wants to be here. I can't validate that. Just because Will Stein is from the state of Kentucky doesn't mean he wants to be the head coach of the University of Kentucky when he can sit at Oregon and get almost any player he wants and then pick the job that he really wants. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you this, man, based off what Back from South said. And I said this a long time. I still got a screenshot of it. I was the first person in media who said, is anybody looking at Mark Stoops? Because we got history from back in high school. But I was looking at Florida State's run at that point, and the big thing was he wanted to be here.
Yep.
The thing about Mark Stoops being here then, he wanted to be here. Back in the South saying he don't want to be here anymore. So What happened for him not wanting to be here? Why would they speculate? And you all in the chat who's saying, why are y'all speculating that he don't want to be here? If you saying the reason we hired him because he wanted to be here. We didn't have to offer him nothing. We just offered him a job. I mean, some amenities, maybe some upgrades. But why do we think, and Van, I'm asking you because me and you are having a conversation, but y'all put in the chat, why do y'all think he don't want to be here anymore? Now, mind you this, and I'm not making excuses because everything I say that's realistic, everybody take it on and twist it. I don't give a damn about what these people do. They don't pay my bills. They don't take care of my family. Even as far as what I've done, my affiliation with UK football, y'all realize on this podcast, me and Van talk, they don't do shit for me, or else I'll be on the UK network. So fuck that. Point being is, I support the program because I know what the program means, what the program is about, where the program can go, just like the average fan base. The whole idea of me kissing some ass because me and UK athletics don't really get along, but I support them because I know that you all, Miss Bryant, Ty Bryant's mother, they all, support the program. So a lot of people, Van, like we said, Quiz, Jacques Quiz, man, still follow the damn show. His son been out here, 2-3 years.
Right.
So we just keep it a buck. So I want to know when y'all saying we want somebody who wants to be here. The reason we hired Mark Stoops because he wanted to be here. Now you can give me anything. Now he lost his wife, and y'all can say whatever. He lost his mother. There's a lot of stuff that went on since he's been here. Did we rally around him? No, we need more wins. Not saying. I don't think that's what nobody did, honestly. But I'm telling you, at whatever point I lose my mind, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I might cut off the whole world. I don't know. I might go with her. Who knows? Point being is, a lot of stuff has transpired in this man's life. I don't know why the fan base feels. And like I said, I don't know. He may not be as motivated as he was before. But Van and I talked off air. He may not be as motivated as he was before, because when he was motivated to come here before, y'all wanted 6 wins and bowl games every so often. He did that for 8 years straight. Now, oh no, we want to go to the playoffs. Lost his wife, lost his mother. Then bottom fell out this motherfucker. Lost offensive line coach. Got close to him. Like it's not asking for sympathy. Don't inbox me. Don't start adding me at, oh, I got an excuse. I don't have no fucking excuse. I don't care. But this stupid stuff about the stuff y'all are asking for, I want to be happy just like y'all want to be happy. Everybody's grabbing coaches. Florida's had tons of coaches. Tennessee's had tons of coaches. Like the coach has been thrown everywhere. When y'all say he don't want to be here anymore, is he not want to be here anymore because he don't like coaching? Because of the culture here? Because of the athletic program? Because of the fan base? I don't know. Put that in the chat. I don't know if I went too far. I apologize for you, Van. If that's the case, those are Anthony White's Anthony B. White's thoughts all alone.
No. See, I don't. No. Here's the thing, Anthony. This is what you talking. It brought me. It brings up this, Anthony. Is this not similar to Lane Kiffin? Let's harken back to 2020. Well, when did he try to go to Texas A&M? 2022 or 2023?
2 years ago.
All right. So yeah, let me harken this. And this, so many.
Hold on. Scott Gregory, that was not you. I was talking to Vondre.
Yeah,
I don't know if you got a job because.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. Put a pin what I was about to say. I'm gonna say this, Anthony. In life, right? When you're in a group of people, and someone says, "Oh, that motherfucker over there is lame as shit," do you say, "I know he ain't talking about me," or you just let that shit slide because you know you ain't lame? Right? Oh, oh, that dude over there ain't a good corner.
Right.
Boy, I know he. I be like, I know he talking about me. He must be talking about you, right?
Who?
Who? Right. I don't even address. All right. But here's the thing, and why does Lane Kiffin want to leave Ole Miss? Ole Miss is 11-1 in the playoffs. They legitimately have a chance to win a national championship. Why does he want to leave Ole Miss? Ole Miss is giving him whatever he wants. Ole Miss has given him money, has given him, allowed him to field a team that he wants to field. Although he did lose Junkins a couple of years ago, but for the most part, they have given him what he wants, right? Why does he want to leave? Scott, man. Okay, Scott.
My bad.
Rabbit.
Okay. Well, we'll take you then, Scott. Maybe you don't have a job. I work on Sunday. I was on Sunday from 9 to noon. So, but go ahead. But hold on. I did want to address something somebody said back here.
All right.
So y'all, everybody keeps saying, why do we want stuff? Everybody wants stuff to be better in the current situation. And I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna keep cussing all day long. I'm gonna keep cussing. So we want stuff to be better than it's ever been. Van and I would love if we have a national championship run. Van and I will be there. Like we gonna be there because it rarely happens. Like we will be there. My point is, when things are going good, then you start asking for more, and then you discount everything that happened prior to that. It's bullshit. That is just bullshit. Yes. Do we want to move on from Stoops? Yep, I want to move on from Stoops so the program can progress, so the fan base can be happy, and the fan base can have a reset. I absolutely want that. Fan base include me. When I say fan base, that's include me. You all feel as if when we move on from Stoops, it's going to be
12-0.
So if it doesn't happen, then what? I'm not saying that it's unrealistic to want better situation. Mark Stoops has brought us better situation. Brooks has brought us better situation. Brooks left because we were not putting the resources into the program. That's why Joker went 6-6 based off of what we had left. Then went 2-10 the next season, and y'all bailed out on his ass to the tune of 12, 20,000 people in the 70,000 stadium because we not supporting you. We're going to do that to Stoops too. We're going to do that to Stoops too. I'm telling you, me and Van are supporting whoever the coach is. The fan base is feeling, well, until we get this, we're gonna mutiny again. There's gonna be a mutiny against you. All right. Yo. So the success we've never had, y'all are fighting for the success we've never had, which is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. If we do get to success, I'm gonna ride the high horse because I feel like I done sweat and bled for the success we have now. We ain't ponying up. I know y'all don't want to talk about money. So when we do reach success, what's the next? When we do reach success, what's the next step? Y'all not satisfied with what Stoops did. Brooks left because the resources wasn't there. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Y'all talking about, well, should we? Yeah, you should hope for this. I'm looking at the history of the damn program.
So, Lane Kiffin can get crazy amount of resources. I know LSU is offering that man. I know LSU is offering him everything, the kitchen sink, and another kitchen sink, and another stainless steel, one of those. LSU's offering him everything. That's why Lane Kiffin would leave Ole Miss. That's why Mark Stoops was willing to leave for Texas A&M. Here's the thing. People want to say that NIL era was the downfall of Mark Stoops, and you just blaming him for it. NIL is a problem because we're not paying. We don't have the funds to pay our guys as much as other programs are doing. It's that simple. If you want to put on Stoops because he ain't get the players that y'all think he should, but that's sure, do that. But it's more to it. I want people to understand Mark Stoops did transition from the era of recruiting like Anthony and I went through, right, to the transfer portal. He transitioned to the transfer portal very well. You know why? Because it wasn't predicated on money. It was predicated on the program, the culture. That's how, as you said, we got Jock Jones, we got Keidron Smith, and we got Pop. Like we got not Pop. Pop was in the NIL area.
We got Will. We got Rondell.
We got exactly because it wasn't money based. It was based on coaches' relationships and the culture in the locker room, players like what was going on in UK. Once it went to money, now y'all saying NIL. Now that's more to it than just Stoops. Then people say, well, we miss guys. Teams miss guys all the time. If you think we are the only people that miss on a quarterback, hell, look at the conference alone of guys who missed on quarterbacks. Did Hugh Freeze miss on Jackson Arnold? Like, it just doesn't happen to us. There's a lot of quarterbacks. That's a whole nother story. But NIL, y'all put 100% on Stoops when it's more to the damn equation than just that. The funds, the amount of money to pay on players matter. And I know I've heard this, and I respect the people who have said this, is that, oh, we paid a lot for this roster. Sure. What is the payment compared to everybody else in the conference? It's not even close. We're not middle range in payment of players in the conference. Now, so if this is the thing, Anthony, if bringing in a new coach would infuse more money to the NIL, I know if that's the case, Anthony, don't nobody want to see them. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No, that's what they keep saying. Like we just want to win 7 or 8 games a year.
Right, I got you. No,
I understand what you're saying. Then y'all got the nerve to say y'all not that old. Me and Van Damme, well, we both.
I am 50.
We say we 50. So you telling me? Well, you just want to? You tell me the last time you did shit? I'm willing to go down memory lane with you.
So if you want to change a coach, you better change it with an infusion of funds. If changing a coach would bring more funds to the program, now I will agree with you that then we can probably win 8, 9 games. But if it doesn't infuse more money to the program, it's there. Someone said Brooks was freaking 70 years old, but y'all want Nick Saban here. Right? But let's just say that, right? You want Nick Saban here, right? Nick Saban is 70. So you're fine with that. Hold on. Guess how old Kirk Cignetti is? Do you think Kirk Cignetti's 40-something? Kirk Cignetti's in his 60s. And this is one of my favorite coaches. He brought Tulane back to prominence that made Summerall's job easy at Tulane. Willie Fritz. Willie Fritz is how old?
I don't know.
Willie Fritz is in his 62. He brought Tulane to prominence. Now he's bringing the University of Houston back up again. Like, don't give me this coach is an old shit. Here's the thing. If a new coach can infuse money into the program, you can do pretty well here. If not, if you can't infuse more money to the program in the NIL era, you're going to get a similar product. And like Avondre said, plenty of coaches can go 5-7. Here's the thing, Avondre. If I come coach Kentucky, since any coach can go, plenty of coaches can go 5-7. If I come coach Kentucky, are y'all going to be satisfied with 5-7? So you say plenty of coaches can go 5-7. Not plenty of coaches can come here and win 10 games.
So if coach goes 7-5.
Are you going to be happy?
As Miss Coach Terry Bryant said, who's gonna want to come here with the attitude of the fan base? And what's your name? Samikas. If he wins 7 or 9 games a year, he wouldn't be on the hot seat.
That ain't true.
Van House, how many coaches in the SEC win 7 or 8, 9 games, or win 9 games a year?
You talking about what?
More than 3?
6? Yeah, you got 6 probably. 5 to 6.
9 games?
Yeah. Oh, 9
games for the season?
In a season, yeah. Because you have your 4 non-conference.
There's no way.
5 and 3 in conference. That's 5 and 3 in conference.
6. All right, I'm gonna look.
No, that's 5 and 3 in conference. There's 5 teams gonna go 5 and 3 in conference.
Well, hold the people down, man. I'm looking.
Okay. So, how old is John Gruden, Anthony? He's got to be 60-something too, right?
Early 60s, maybe.
So
maybe early 60s.
Yeah, early. So all these coaches that y'all, since Scott said Saban is retired, but y'all still talking about Saban though. There's people said, well, what if we got Saban here? What would his record be? All I'm saying is this: is right now, you better have money to get a team. IU became prominent because IU hired Kirk Cincinnati, and Kirk Cincinnati required IU to pony up. And they did just that. And when he won 10 games last year, they said, oh, let's give him some more money. When they are able to get a guy from University of California to outbid him for Georgia, as Prime said, the first thing you look at when people get in the transfer portal is money. People leave for money.
No, I agree with that. I don't know. So I guess in closing, we need to close on up. In closing, I'm going to assume that we're not losing our head coach, and our fan base is not going to support coming into the next season. Dude, do you know the support we had coming to this season? The expectation was 3 wins. So next season, not only is the expectation going to be lower, there ain't going to be no asses in the seats.
Somebody said something about 7-9 seasons. If he had 7-9 wins,
he wouldn't be fired.
He would. That's bullshit. Because after 2023, after 22 and 23, we went 7-6, and people were wanting his head then.
Hey, you ain't gotta yell. Hold on. Don't yell. You ain't gotta yell.
They was asking for his head after those 2 seasons. So 7 wins ain't gonna get it. You gotta raise that. You gotta raise that to 9 games.
He came here with 2. He came here in 13, 2 after Joker gave us 2. And what's your boy do? What Brooks do? 8-8, 7-7, 7-5. Now, mind y'all, while we looking at these numbers, you come over here. I don't know if you can see my thing. We 4-4 in the SEC, 3-5 in the SEC, 2-6 in the SEC, 3-5 in the SEC. While going 7-6. 2-6 in the SEC, 2-6. That's Joker, 2-6 in the SEC, 0-8 in the SEC. Stoops came and did the same thing with the same roster people. Bam. Now we back to 2-6. So we reversing. Like we coming back where they came from. As y'all stated, that Brooks was old, so he retired. If Stoops would have went to Texas A&M, this would not be a problem. Oh, he ran out on us, just like y'all did my boy Guy Morris. I understand. Point being is, so let's go. So once he started winning, 7-6, 4-4, 500 SEC, 500 SEC, above 500 SEC, 3-5. All SEC schedule 4-6, 5-3. No, so okay, so I can see the digression that everybody's talking about. Point was, at what was the point? This point is when he wanted to leave and everybody was mad. Or Texas A&M pulled the rug from out under. I'm just saying, like, I'm not certain what we want as a fan base. I'm telling you again for the 15,000th time, I'm rooting for whoever's coaching. I'm not going to do like the fan base. I'm not going to root for their downfall. I'm not going to tear them apart. If they play an uninspiring, terrible game, I'm going to be the first one on their head. First one on their head. But as far as us wanting to have a successful program and steadily telling them we want 8 and 9 wins, you show me, go back. You show me when we've been accustomed to that. 84, 77, 76, 51, before 11, 2050, 90, 50. It ain't. Brooks did it twice. 8 wins.
Then it's the 70s. Then it's the 70s.
Yeah, my fingers start getting tired after a while. So I'm not saying we should accept mediocrity. I'm just saying respect. I'm not saying respect the building. Respect the building is all I want. That's all I ask. Just respect the building.
Scott asked how many 70-year-old coaches. I know one, and that's Bill Belichick. And everybody thought when Bill Belichick would come back to college ranks, he would kill it at North Carolina. How many games North Carolina won?
They've been getting their heads beat in all year, ain't they?
Kirk Ferentz is also 70 years old. So if you're asking how many, there's two I can think of right now.
JMI might deserve. JMI might deserve. I know when you want to use a UK logo, them motherfuckers want to charge you $50K.
All right.
If you want to just use for copyright, they want to charge you $50,000.
Anthony, see, this is that quote right there needs to be put on a T-shirt. Because anything before NIL transfer era, which you can't say the transfer era because Stoops did well in transfer era. We just talked about it. Will Levis, Wandale, Jock Jones, Kedron, the damn offensive lineman from LSU, damn Bossman Fat. We have had the transfer portal was not a problem for us. It does not. If you want to say before the NIL era, so what do you need to be successful after or during the NIL era? If y'all want to say, now y'all blame it on the coach. What do you need now that you're in the NIL era? Gary, get your money up. That's what it is. Like let's just say that. Let's as Prime said at Colorado, you need money. So therefore, if you want to blame Stoops because he doesn't have any money, see, there you go. See, this is what Scott said. Indiana and Vandy.
Indiana didn't play Ohio State or Michigan this year.
And hold on though. So, are you saying that Indiana can flourish under NIL because of why? Of why? Because they have money? They have people, alumni who can give money? Do they have boosters that can give money? Like which one? Like if it's NIL era, what do you need? See, Anthony. See, I'm gonna stop because people can't handle nuance. Because it goes from, oh well, we ain't got money and we poor. All right.
No, I got money. I can spend it on. I spend it on hat and shoes. I don't buy steak like you.
Let me say this. I played football in high school with the richest guy in the state of Louisiana. I played football with the richest guy in the state of Louisiana. That doesn't make me poor because I can't match him.
Right.
Doesn't go from here to poor. That's the nuance with it. If Anthony said this since day one when we played, George was paying money already. So now, can we match George's money? Because nowadays, if you can pay a guy, he will come here. It's not Vandy hired the right coach. Here's the thing, man, Anthony. And we will see this after the years prior. I like Clark Lee. I have met Clark Lee. I think he's a good guy. But if you think right now, without shadow of doubt, that Vandy's going to be able to match, to continue this, because they were fortunate to get Diego Paveo, whom nobody else wanted, let's see what happens after this season. It was the perfect storm. They got a quarterback that changed the culture. See, now we go to the high echelon. All right, y'all. I'm going to say this. Vandy won 10 games, right? Is Vandy going to the playoffs? Because a lot of people here, I want to be in the playoffs. We deserve to be in the playoffs. Vandy won 10 games and is not in the playoffs. We will see. I can't. You creature the moment, and I get it. Let's say this, and I know we can't. The number one quarterback is from the fucking state of Tennessee, y'all. See all this shit about, and we don't know if he flipped yet. That's predictions. Vanderbilt got a guy from the in-state of Tennessee. If that quarterback was from California, then I would give you that. That guy has a chance to stay home.
Man, where was the number one quarterback in the nation from last year? Michigan, right? And where did he go to? Michigan. Got his ass kicked yesterday, but he went to Michigan.
Right.
So go ahead, continue.
That quarterback from Tennessee is equivalent to Cutter Bowley staying here, to Tim Couch staying here. They're in-state kids, high-ranking, high-star guys who stay here. The quarterback is not from Georgia. He's from Tennessee, y'all. He's from Tennessee. But you know what, Anthony? We digress. Like I said, there's nuance. there's nuance. So Vanderbilt got a quarterback that's been in the system for 4 years. What that motherfucker did these last few games is crazy. What that is equivalent to, Anthony, is when Lynn Bowden came here in what was that, the 2019 season. In the middle of the season, game 3. Yeah, dude, it's long ago. And how that offense evolved during that season, where Lynn Bowden in the bowl game was able to make a play that he hasn't made all season to beat Virginia Tech, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if Lynn Bowden had 3 more years running that same offense?
That's a fact.
Let's just go. If Lynn Bowden had 3 more years to run that offense, he would have been a Heisman Trophy winner. The dynamic, him being so dynamic in that system that Eddie Gran devised in a week and kept evolving. That's the same thing's going on with Diego. Now, hey, I've been wrong on a lot, but I'm going to say this. Vanderbilt will never replace Diego. There's no one they can pick up next year. If that freshman, we are so hype about a 5-star freshman. If that freshman, because we got a 5-star and Brock Vandegrift ain't do shit. If that freshman comes in next year and balls out and plays like Diego, then I would say Tim Beck is the greatest coach in the history of football. If y'all think that they can bring in a freshman to replicate what Diego is doing and has done, it's crazy.
I say you give Devin Leary 2 years with Liam. I say it's better. That offensive line was hot garbage.
But
Devin Leary is better than what he got to show.
But that's nuance that's nuance.
Your heart isn't in it. Why did you tell me so?
That's nuance. I'm gonna end with this, Anthony. Here's the thing. I gotta say before we end, but go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet after this. I want people to understand Mark Stoops is no different than Mike Elko. Mike Elko in his time at Duke didn't do anything more special than what we did here, right? Mike Elko went to Texas A&M where they have unbelievable amount of resources for NIL to get players to field they have a GM that can field a team, right? Now Mike Elko is 11-1. But did Mike Elko not lose? And I don't believe this, y'all. I'm just saying it as fans would say it. Didn't Mike Elko just lose the last game of the season, though? To Texas? Whom, as you said, people said Texas is fraudulent. So do you, and people will say because of Stoops being at Kentucky, that Stoops wouldn't have done the same thing at Texas A&M. Look what Mike Elko did at Duke. Like this is look at what Ed Orgeron did at LSU. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at what Gene Chizik did at Auburn with Cam Newton. Like, we feel like I'm gonna say Willie Fritz, dude, and maybe I'm too close to the situation, being here in Louisiana and knowing Tulane a little bit. Is Willie Fritz is one of those coaches, dude. Is a coach who doesn't like. There's some guys. Phil Jackson has to have talent to be successful. That's been proven. Do you have a coach that can develop and teach? Willie Fritz is that guy. And Ed Orgeron is not that guy. But who has a national championship, though, Andy?
Oh.
Why does O have a championship? Go Tigers. Why does Orgeron have a national championship?
Staff?
That motherfucker had Joe Burrow.
Leftover retention of players?
Yeah, that dude had Joe Burrow, Clyde Elaire.
Oh, that was his team?
Yes.
Damn.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Jet. He had Jet. He had Moss's son at tight end who was damn good.
Oh, yeah.
He had a damn good offensive line.
Was Elaire there too?
Yes, Clyde Elaire. He was running back. Ooh. That whole offensive line went to NFL. If y'all say it's Joe Brady, what has Joe Brady done in the NFL? Joe Brady's almost got his ass fired. Joe Brady, like Anthony, like I've said, Anthony, I said I was gonna stop. This is my last one.
Go ahead, man. Have at it.
Anthony, what did I say? What did I say a few years ago about Josh Heupel at Tennessee? He was lucky. He was fortunate, not lucky. He was fortunate that he found a guy he could relate to in Hendon Hooker. Right. Yeah. What has Heupel done after Hendon Hooker has left offensively? Last year, that team relied on Dylan Sampson. Right. Last year, that team relied on Dylan Sampson in the defense.
Yeah.
He was not successful with, what's the guy that was at Michigan that name I had his name in my head. I can't think of it now. Who could throw the ball a mile. He's in the NFL now. They had him. Then they had.
Who the last person was? Besides Joe Milton, who was the last person you said?
It was Milton. Yes, Milton. I'm sorry. It was Hendon Hooker. He was filling with Hooker. It was ascending this way. Then it was Joe Milton. Then it was Nico. Now it's Aguilar. Like, y'all, I'm sorry. You ain't, especially in this conference, you're not winning this conference without dudes. And like I said, Anthony, from the test of time, every game we play, how many guys on our team could start on their team? How many guys on their team can start on our team? If it's 50-50, it's going to be a great game. If it's 55-45, now you can go about which one of the players are better. Like, are they the key players, or they just, when it gets shifted way more than that? Johnny, that's all John, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I'm gonna say this. I don't know the JMI, all that shit. I'm not into that. But all I know is this, man. Is blame should be put on the head coach because he's the one leading the cavalry, right? But there's nuance to it. If you don't have the funds to get the quarterback you want, or to get to whomever you want, it's you fighting an uphill battle when money is so prevalent now. It's not about relationships. It's not about relationships anymore. How many UFL offensive players how many? All right, so that O-line fucking murdered us. I would say the O-line was better than ours. I think the look, if you're talking about U of L, I'm sorry. I don't think Moss is a good quarterback, but his last 2 games against Louisville. Don't let me put up the numbers. They are atrocious. So we're talking about that game there, Moss is better than Cutter Bowley.
Get him an OC that he can work with. I think we got a different situation. I wanted to go back to one other thing. And then, like you said, we got to wrap this up. We have to put a bow on this. Here's the thing. Vondre, and I think Scott, somebody else keeps saying, and y'all do this shit all the damn time. Well, no, go before the NIL era. That takes away his whole body of work except for the last 3 years. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing, though. And, man, this is where these motherfuckers, this is where they got us by the balls. This is where our fan base got us by the balls. They say shit like that. Man, Vondre and Scott said, no, before the NIL era, that don't count, right? Georgia's been paying players before the NIL era, and Georgia's been successful. So now you just let them freely pay. They still got the under-table money they've been paying. Now we got the revenue sharing, so now we add that to it. Here's the thing, man. Why that's a cold-ass remark from these people who want to keep saying, well, we need to do this. Y'all just keep throwing shit around. Okay, I can keep coming up with excuses as long as you keep throwing shit around. As like I said, Van, he said throw everything away before the NIL era, man. What does that mean? What does that translate to? Forget NIL. Take money out of it. You know why you want to take money out of it? Because you ain't willing to spend it. I'm not trying to spend money. If I can't afford Jordans or Balenciagos, I don't buy them. Air Force Ones go for what? $115, $130 if you want to wear some nice Nikes that are reputable. Or you could pay $250, $230 for the black cats that just came out on Friday. So that's why some bull job that they said that some bull junk like Deion say that, well, no, go before the NIL. Yeah, before people started paying the players to come there and perform, you said he was doing better because he built a culture based off of us, the building and developing. Now it's pay to play. Now our athletic department, our fan base, nobody wants to pay to play. Y'all want to see a product that y'all not willing to pay for. I'm gonna end it on this. I ain't gonna end it on this because man, and I know this is the weirdest quirky thing about me. I fight with myself about all my friends that's in the service industry say, if you can't afford the tip, then don't go out. I can afford the tip. I just don't feel like I should have to tip you just because I wanted to eat your food. We only make $2.25 an hour. You knew that when you signed up. So, but I got a lot of friends in the service industry like, man, if you can't tip, just don't go out. I'm like, damn. So I can't eat some good. No, I'm dead ass. Now, mind you, if you give me really good service, then I usually tip because it's entertaining to me. So I appreciate that. But a lot of times, man, I go to rallies. Like I just go to rallies and get me a burger instead of going to Malone's and getting one of their gourmet burgers. Yeah. And I mean, it works for me. It works for everybody. But Malone's ain't getting my money. And rallies is gonna take they drive through as long as shit. It's gonna take 5 or 7 minutes to get your burger.
But all I've heard is Mitch doesn't have the temperature of the fans. He's charging more for parking. He's charging more for tickets. He's charging more for that product. And why would we pay that? Because if you want a winning product, the one thing about LSU, y'all, I'm just being honest. And I don't talk about other schools because I know about LSU. The one thing about LSU, Anthony, they're going to go to the game. They're just going to leave early. The stand is going to empty out early. But they are going to support the players as long as they have a reason to support. Once they don't, it's deuces. Them motherfuckers. The student section will clear out in the second quarter.
Head to the bar.
They hit the tailgate. Go back outside, drink some more outside. Right. So here's the thing. If you want to, we've been saying this for forever. All I'm going to say is we both love University of Kentucky. But I'm going to just speak for myself because I won't speak for you. There's so much that I would give to this university because of what it gave to me. I sit here and I do a lot during football season because I love University of Kentucky. I want University of Kentucky to be 12-0. I want us to have the best situation in the history of college football. So I will answer that question. So whatever happened
last week, but go ahead. Or this
whatever
week,
happens, I'm in support. Like this is what gets convoluted with some of the things that I think I said. I'm not in support of any coach. What I do is to show y'all that it's more than coaching. The mistakes is more than y'all want to blame Bush, Brad White, Mike Stoops, whomever the coaches are. As a guy who put on the shoulder pads and a helmet, as a guy who was coached by some of the best coaches in college football at the time on defense, I know what happens during games, and it ain't on coaches. So for me, I point that out, and I think fans think I am supporting Stoops. I don't give a fuck who's the coach. They have my support. As Andy said, the person who's wearing the headphones has my support because I know how difficult it is to play this game on this level. So for a person who asking, should Stoops go or leave? I'm gonna say this, and I said this at the beginning of the show. I think Stoops should bow out because we need to infuse energy into the program. And energy is created by the fans. But if y'all think that all this is 100% on Stoops, you could do that. I just know there's more to it. There's 85 guys on that team. There's guys who doing bullshit during games. Then y'all think that's coaching. I can say this. I think Coach Collins is I'm going to speak from my position. I think Coach Collins is a really good coach. But his players don't show it sometimes. That's all I'm going to say. And the thing about it is in life, if you work for a company, you're the manager, and you take your employees during training, but your employees go out in whatever business realm you're in and do something contrary to what they're trained to do, it comes on your shoulders. But you know, as a manager, them motherfuckers are stupid and fucked up. Like, you ain't trained to do that. Why the hell are you talking to customers like that? Why are you giving it like?
I will say, like I said, I will say the one. I will say, Vondre, and I will tell y'all this, Scott, Vondre, all y'all. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. I blame the fans. I don't give a damn about the fans. So if you want to go fan somebody else, go fan somebody else. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Go fan somebody else. So me and Bam analyzing what we see, what we think. Like you said, it ain't always on Stoops. It ain't always on. Like everybody takes a part in the game. If a last play Hail Mary is not on that last play because you don't play 60 minutes of a game, it's not all based anywhere. I go back to, we don't want to spend no money, but you got champagne wishes with beer money. I'm not worried about, but y'all keep coming to us. Me and Van love the program. We want to see the program succeed more than y'all do. Because I think we didn't got kicked in the ass in this program. And we was bad when they were really bad. We wasn't bad when this program is bad when they good. And y'all not respecting that. Now, mind you, are they making some bonehead stuff? So go ban somebody else. I don't care. Like you keep telling us that we should. Well, now I will tell you this. Who was that back in the South? You asked about. Yeah, we both said in the past, yeah, Stoops needs to go. We need to reset. Yeah, Stoops needs to go. Do I discount anything he's done here? No. Like I said, there's been a lot of things went on in his life. Maybe he has nowhere coming. Maybe he has. Yeah, I think he needs to go. I'm going to tell you this. Back in the South, Vondre, Carter Hall, Scott, all of y'all, Johnny, when Stoops leaves, and we still going to be doing the show, when Stoops leaves, if things get better, we come on here, we can sing Kumbaya, and because me and Van going to be happy because we where we want to be. If things goes rocky, me and Van going to try and figure out why things going rocky and trying to keep y'all heads level. But if you start this same shit with another coach, where we go from there? I have no idea. So point being is, if we want to change coach, that's fine. If you don't like this coach, if y'all don't want to cheer for coach, Mark Stoops ain't going nowhere. If you don't want to cheer for Mark Stoops next year, just go cheer for another team. That's fine. I was cheering my ass off of Michigan yesterday. I'm a Michigan fan. I was a Michigan fan before I was Ohio State. Before I was a Kentucky fan. Facts. So go cheer for who you want to cheer for. But this whole idea that Mark Stoops needs to go and we gotta do better, but we're not paying no more money until you start doing better. He was doing better. Y'all asked him to do better than better. Which is crazy shit. But yes, craft beer money. It ain't ain't IPA. It ain't IPA money.
Anthony, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Like I say, I only know what I know. Here's one thing you're gonna learn about me is I don't speak about shit I don't know nothing about. I just be quiet. Here's the thing I know. Is like back in the South, we have craft beer money, right? I don't know how many boosters we have at Kentucky, but it's less than 10. Who's giving big time money? I'm not talking about fans that's giving.
R.I.P. R.J. Corman.
Look, y'all. Right. Y'all, I want y'all to understand. Fans. The collective is great. And I understand that as fans, you give your hard-earned money to the collective and you feel like a part of it. That's the great thing about the collective. The collective doesn't move the needle. The needle is moved by big pocket boosters. Here's the deal. We only have one. You know what LSU has? What LSU does is they get into their board and they know who the big money players are. And they say, hey, y'all, we need $50 million to get rid of Brian Kelly. Which one of y'all are willing to give up the funds? All right. 2 or 3 of them raise their hand. All right. So 2 or 3 get rid of this coach, right? This is the difference between them. So next time they have to ask for, they go in that meeting and say, hey guys, we're trying to get rid of Lane Kiffin if it's Lane Kiffin. Which one of y'all gonna pony up the money? It doesn't have to be the same 3.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, A, B, and C. Y'all pony up last time. Hey, this time it's gonna be us three. Cool. At UK, from what I've seen, I'm not in Lexington, so I don't know all the back channels. What I see at UK is Mr. and Mrs. Kraft. Look, we need a new building. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Kraft, we need this. Mr. and Mr. Kraft, we need this. It's like Anthony. It's like when you have a family, right? And you have a rich person in your family, right? And grandma's like,
people in my family.
no, I'm just saying that's right. Right. So look, so everybody's trying to ask cousin B, hey, dude, hey man, we need this and this for that. Grandma's like, look, man, look, don't be asking cousin B for everything. We gotta ask cousin B for the most important things, right? When you only have just that one pocket, right? You gotta say, well, let's wait, let's hold on. We can do without that because coming up, this house needs a roof. So we're gonna have to ask them for $20,000 for the roof. We don't need to ask them for $5,000 for whatever it is, right? That's what we have with the Krafts is we don't big time programs either have a booster like Oklahoma State had a booster with deep pockets. We ain't got that. We ain't got a billionaire, right? And here's the thing about Scott. See, this is when comparison. LSU's find a guy with an average of 9 wins. How many national championships has LSU won since 2000? 3? They had 3 different coaches, maybe 4, maybe 5. Saban won a couple. So don't fucking compare us to a team that history is way richer than ours. See, that's like saying, and this is the hard thing of, because then what's going to happen? Well, that's just mediocrity.
Damn, Joe Kraft is a billionaire. I didn't know that.
That's only one.
But I didn't know he was a billionaire.
That's what I'm saying, Anthony.
Hey,
Anthony.
Joe Kraft, holler at me, man. Hey,
Anthony.
look, man, I don't
want
mind where I live at, but
Anthony, I don't like to put. I'm not gonna put people's business out. In my high school alone, my high school had 280 some people when I graduated, Anthony. Of the 280 people in my high school when I went there, there's 2 billionaires in that class. In the 4 class, there's 2
Your
billionaires.
age? Your age?
Yeah, one is 4 years older than me, and one is 2 years older than me.
Oh, damn.
That's what I'm saying. And guess who they give to, Anthony? Go Tigers. Go Tigers. That's just 2. Anthony. Anthony, hold on. But this is what I want. That is just 2 in the state. And this is just 2. I know. It's not like, how many billionaires do we know?
We got what you call it though. We got horse money down here. It's money down here.
Well,
it's just
but
we want to invest in.
But,
we got money
Anthony,
down here.
But that's the thing. But are they affiliated with University of Kentucky and willing to give to University of Kentucky? See, that's a great thing.
Not though. Why would you not? It ain't like we got pro sports or nothing.
No. Because are you tied to University of Kentucky? Do you have a heart for University of Kentucky? Do you love University? Maybe they love University of Alabama. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Maybe they love Louisville. Maybe they love Western.
So as Scott was saying, is at LSU. Shit, Anthony. I know. And what I'm saying is, Anthony, I know 2 guys that is in my age group. I know at the school I go to, I know of more than just those 2. I know of guys who own major industries in Louisiana. Right. So I'm not gonna say one guy on the board of trustees. I'm gonna tell you this. One guy on the board who has made comments. I guess I can say Carmouche. Go look up Carmouche and go look up Episcopal High School and how many kids he sent through the school I went to. Now, I don't know him because I didn't go to school with him. But right now, Anthony, at the little school I went to, with less than 400 people in the high school, I can give you 8 people with money. Big time money.
So what you saying? What I'm hearing you saying is that the $40 million is going to take for Stoops, and apparently, all John wanted was 7 and some change. We should have been able to close that deal,
dude. That's
$35 million. 7. We give him seven over 5 years.
If you want to get rid of him,
That's a smooth $70 million.
And if you wanted to get rid of a coach, and look, I want people to understand, buyouts are not paid by the athletic department. There is no athletic department in the country that can pay $50 million out. Zero. There's no athletic department that can pay a coach $50 million to leave their program. That's zero. That comes from boosters. If you wanted him out of here, that little $40 million would have been.
So Kraft don't want him gone.
How does so Anthony Scott? I want you to tell me this. How do you know he'll come for 5? Have you heard that from someone?
And keep
have
this
you heard
in
that
mind.
from someone in the circle? Because
Scott, the thing you got to keep in mind, the median right now, not next year, is going to go up. The median right now in the SEC to be a coach is $8 million.
That's
so
what I'm
how
about to
you
say.
coach in the league with everybody making $8 million and you only make it? That's crazy. That's preposterous. But go ahead.
Right now, Hartline's got to come in for 7. The next coach got to come in for 7, and that's bottom of the barrel. There's no coach that's going to come here for 5.5. Not in this conference.
Not in this conference. No, they can. Yeah, not in this conference. Ain't no way.
Here's the thing. And here's the thing. Now, if Van Hiles with no agent, I will come here for 5.5. But there's no agent that's going to allow you to come here for 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, these guys have people that work for them. Ain't no agent whom life is dependent on great contracts.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Like, it don't matter. You don't get into that field without that kind of resume. Like, your resume, if your resume don't fit it, you don't get in that field. You're not paying, they're not giving you $5 million. If you take $5 million, you set the conference back.
Is Will Stein going to come here for 5.5? Because he ain't been a head coach either. The money right now, y'all, is stupid.
Stupid.
Kirsinetti is making $13 million a year?
Oh, yeah, I agree. It's the buyout. Yeah. But here's the thing. And I will tell you this back in the South. Back in the South, you always bring up good questions. You don't just be poking the bear or whatever. But Wichita's making 7. I think Pope is making like 7.
Yeah.
But Pope, the replacement was making like 9. So
hold on. Y'all also have to understand that the boosters don't, like, their pot doesn't go to a general pot. If a booster wants Mark Pope gone, boosters that love Kentucky basketball, that's not even affiliated with Kentucky basketball, they will put that money up to get him out of here. More than they would for a football coach. I think getting Mark Pope out of here is easier than getting Stoops out of here. If Mark Pope is in year 6 and due $40 million, his ass is gone. If he's not doing well, all this clamor about $40 million is non-existent. People will pony up for that $40 million for that basketball coach to be gone. Guaranteed.
Yeah, Mark Pope is making 5.2 after being turned down by everybody else. But you're right, Scott. He's making 5. You're making 5 something after being turned down by everybody else. So you still make my point that if we get rid of Mark Stoops, we're gonna bring in somebody that wants to be here, because y'all started this conversation off on somebody who wants to be here. But Mark Pope does make 1.25 a year.
Anthony,
he was our 10th choice.
Why why does that matter?
I don't know.
Why did that bring up? Because I'm gonna say this. Basketball coaches, I just looked this up real quick.
Don't make as much for them.
Don't make as much. So 5.5.
That's why Calipari and Stoops was making the same thing.
All right. They say Mark Pope. I'm going by some I just looked up real quick, so I don't know how accurate it is. If it's close to accurate, Mark Pope is 11th highest paid coach in college basketball, 5.5.
Yep.
The highest is 8, almost 9 by Bill Self. Kirk Cignati is making 12. Two different animals, y'all. So
I don't know. I think, like I said, the relationship is soured. I agree with you, Dylan. The relationship is soured, man. I think Stoops should go. I mean, it's fine. I mean, no matter who the coach is, like, I'm not gonna have good years or bad years. I'm gonna appreciate whatever we got going on, even ass kickings. Shit, man. Van 1-11, 1-10,
1-10, man. Shut the fuck up.
No, y'all lost 12
1-10
games straight.
No. Don't matter.
Y'all lost 12 games straight.
Hey.
You lost 12 games in a row.
Hey, we were 1-10.
Uh-huh.
Then we start out the next season 0-2. That's 1-10.
That's 12 games straight.
We were 1-10. Then we started 0-2. We were 1-10. In one season, we lost 10 games. Just stop. We lost 10 games.
Y'all had the longest losing streak in the college football at that point. Hey, I had to walk around. I had to walk around campus with that what they call that? The signification, not signification. Whatever the word is. Man, so if anybody can appreciate a good win, is that man over there.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm just
Yo, so hold on. Let me say this. Well, we've been on here longer than what I thought we were gonna. Here's the thing, Anthony. What you just said earlier about us, and if it's a winning season, we're the same. If it's a losing season, we're the same. Dude, I played and lost 12 games in a row. I'm the same. I could be a bitter SOB if I wanted to be. But it's more when you're in between those white lines and in that building, you understand you have, and you don't totally have all of them, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, since I've been in coaching, but behind the curtains are wild, dude. I thought I could, sometimes, like, I remember when Coach Smith and Usilac got into it in the press box.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I heard about that. I heard about it because of the headphones. The headphone sideline. Yeah. And like, man, what the hell's going on? I knew somebody, whatever. But to really go behind the curtains, dude, and this on the high school level only, it's wild. There's shit, dude. I'm like, what? I still feel like I'm a player, even though I haven't played in 20 plus years. It's just the stuff that goes on behind the scenes is wild, dude. And like I said, I played for two of the better coaches that I can think of, and we lost 12 games in a row. I still love the University of Kentucky, though.
Right.
My value is not on those 12 games in a row. I also don't eat and sleep, as you said, Kentucky sports. You might think, because I love Kentucky sports, I talk about other programs, but I'm not like, oh my God, we don't win. Dude, if we win or lose, I'm the same. If the women's basketball team win a national championship, I'm the same if they lose in the Sweet 16. It sucks. but it doesn't affect my day.
And I think that's the point where a lot of these conversations come from. And like I said, I told him, just like I feel like referees should be able to be interviewed after a game if they make bad calls. I also believe all these people who go on these social media boards, that they should be able to show your contribution to the university. Now, I can understand if you're mad as hell and you contributing, I'm going to give you between $5,000 and $12,000 a year. Now, once you get up into the tens and hundreds, then shit, we ain't got to ask you nothing, because Kelly Craft ain't got to tell nobody nothing.
I ain't got to tell not a damn thing.
Don't question her.
Not a damn thing.
But when y'all come, well, we need this and that, and you ain't even buying the little $200 package. I don't know, man. It is what it is. So, wait a minute, man. Peyton Manning did not torch us for 1,000 yards. Peyton Manning had 500 and something, and Couch had 490 something.
Yeah.
So we had $1,000 combined, but he had like he had a little bit over 5, and Couch was like 490 something. So hey Dylan, don't do us like that, big dog. It was 1,000, but you gotta give us credit for our 500 too, Dylan. So we appreciate that though. Hardline making $2 million. $2 million as an OC? Damn.
Yeah.
They got that big money. They got big money over there.
Hardline is probably the highest paid coordinator.
It gotta be $2 million. I ain't never heard that 1.8, 1.6.
But Anthony, then I can look, and Will Stein is probably second. All right. So now, just because they are making that at coordinator means that they're going to come for 5 or 6, and now you upped it to 6.
True. Well, that's true.
Come on, man. They are the highest paid.
Yeah.
No, Anthony, no. They say Jim Knowles, the defensive coordinator at Ohio State, is making 3.
Ooh, damn, Ohio State just paying. She don't know what she doing. She just giving.
No, he was at Penn State. He was at Ohio State. I forgot Jim Knowles went to Penn State.
So he's a DC.
Dude, I'm looking at these salaries right now. DCs are making money.
Last I seen was 1.6, 1.8 was the most for coordinators.
Dude. All the highest paid coordinators, defensive coordinators.
And they over 2?
Yeah. So number 1 is Jim Knowles, Penn State defensive coordinator, making 3.1. Number 2 is Blake Baker, LSU defensive coordinator. He makes 2.5. Who is this guy? Wink Martindale. He's a defensive player. Coach. Wink Martindale at Michigan, 2.5. All defensive coaches. Pete Golden at Ole Miss, defensive coordinator, 2.25.
Damn.
Georgia's defensive coordinator, $2 million. USC defensive coordinator, $6 million. Did I just find defensive coaches?
No, he ain't making no $6 million. You want 1.6, you meant?
Yeah, one. Yeah, my bad. Hold on, Anthony.
She don't know what she doing. She just be
giving
it out.
Those are. I'm sorry. Those were defensive coaches.
Take me through there. Oh, damn. It was another team that went worse than Van though. Sheesh.
Dude.
No.
That's not worse. Because they tied a game.
Y'all won.
Oh, no, you're right. Because we won a game. You're right.
Yeah, they tied.
We won a 10. Yeah,
so they didn't lose it, they ain't win it. So they tied it. So you got, there's somebody else out there that should have got a little more heartache than you.
Dude, Anthony. I'm in the right. Okay, that's one offensive coordinator. That's 6. Anthony, I'm shocked at this. I'm wrong, dude. I'm in the right profession. Defensive coordinator's killing it. Dude, I'm looking at the top coordinators in the country in 2025. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top 5 are defensive coordinators. There's offensive coordinator at Notre Dame. Then it's defensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, defensive coordinator.
What's Notre Dame making?
The guy at Notre Dame is making 2.1.
Oh, okay.
Anthony, dude, top 9 or 10 coordinators, defensive coordinators. I'm shocked by that.
Right.
Is it because head coaches are offensive coordinators? Because that doesn't make no sense. Dude,
defense wins games, man. Defense really wins games. You got to be able to adjust, and you got to.
I am shocked by this. I appreciate y'all having me look this up because I would have thought the top paid coordinators will all be offensive coordinators, and that is not the case. Not even by the slightest. Offensive coordinators. There's only one guy making 2. Then if someone said that that Hartline was making $2 million, right? That ain't true.
Yeah.
Not what I'm seeing online. I don't even see Mike Hartline in the top 1. Let's see. Let me Google Mike Hartline's salary.
If the DC up in the 2s, he got to be in the 2s at least 1.8. Because I think Brad is like 1.8. Hold
on, that's like Mike Hartline. It's Brian Hartline, right?
Brian Hartline, yeah.
No, they got him at 2. But he ain't on the list. So if he's making 2, he's the second highest offensive coordinator. The only guy who's more than him is Notre Dame coach.
You said 2 like you from Baltimore.
So if he's making 2, if Brian Hartline's making 2, he's the second highest paid offensive coordinator. So he's not going to become the bottom head coach in the company.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just not.
Yeah.
He'll go from being top 5 to bottom 2. He's going to ask for $8. He's going to ask for $8 million from whomever hires him in the SEC. I know in the SEC he will.
That's the median, anyways. Right, man.
Now it is.
I'm gonna be compensated.
Hold on, and it wasn't.
No, it's $8 million now. It's gonna be up higher.
What I'm saying is it wasn't, but it is now.
Yeah.
Because Stoops now at his 9 is gonna be bottom half.
Yeah,
might be bottom 3rd.
Yeah,
because Lee got re-up, Drink got re-up, Lane is about to go up more. Whoever replaced Brian Kelly is gonna go up. Whoever replaced Billy Napier is gonna be more than like all the people. It's gonna so
yeah. He can go to ACC. He can go to ACC unless a Big Ten position come open. But
I'm gonna say this. Look, you know what Brian Hartline reminds me of, Anthony? It's Eric Bieniemy. If Hartline was that great of a coach and hasn't left yet, there might be some more underlying things, or he's waiting for the Ohio State job, which Ryan Day is young as shit too. There's something weird about that because fans keep bringing, and I don't know if media or people in the business say that he should be a head coach, but I hear fans bring up his name a lot.
I thought Eric Bieniemy's crutch was his skin color.
No,
I didn't think.
No,
you know something about Eric?
Yeah.
I ain't know. I ain't never heard no.
Eric Bieniemy is a horrible interview.
I ain't know that.
He's got his from what I've heard from people who know, yeah, he hasn't his presentation. Remember, this has become a head coach.
Right.
You gotta be on your shit. Like you can't be shaky. You going to meetings with, as we talk about, with billionaires. They know what it, and his presentation isn't up to stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well. And White, and that's Brad White is another one. Like, man, he's done a good job where he should be. But like you said, I think a lot of people may not want to take on that responsibility. So, yeah, no.
Woo, Anthony, I'm looking at some shit here. I know we prolong it. I'm just looking at as of December 1st, 2025, I'm looking at buyout of coaches.
And they all done in 60 days?
Mark Stoops' buyout ain't crazy.
No, but it's just 60 days. The only
It
problem
doesn't matter though, and just buy it. And I'm looking at these buyouts, dude. Guess how much Kirby's buyout is?
50. Damn. Ooh. You ain't going nowhere.
It's from the internet, so I'm 105 million.
Wow.
Guess how much Ryan Day's buyout is?
It ain't over that, is it?
Nah.
Oh.
Kirby has the most.
I'll say about 60.
70. Our base is 71 million. Damn, Dabo's at 60. Sark is at 60. Dude, some of these Kalen DeBoer.
And that's why I keep trying to tell our fan base, if I keep trying to tell people, we complaining. So what does that tell the world? What does that tell everybody that y'all complaining about paying 30-something million? When it's people who like, look, man, we'll let you go for 70. What Jimbo go for? 73?
73, something like that. Dude, I'm looking at some of these buyouts, and it is crazy. Damn, Brett Bielema at Illinois is 50 million. But this is what I tell people, Anthony. I want y'all to put yourselves in a coach's shoe. Anthony, I'm at Eastern Kentucky University, EKU. And I got EKU I won 3 national championships at EKU. I'm making, let's say, $1.5 million at EKU. Right? University of Kentucky wants me. But I'm good at EKU. I'm in Richmond, Kentucky. That 1 point whatever is going a long way, right?
Right.
My family is settled. EKU is giving me what I want for the level of competition I'm playing. They have to for me to win 2 to 3 national championships, right?
Right.
I gotta be getting something. So now Kentucky comes to me, right? I'm coming out the Stoops. I know the temperature of Kentucky. If I don't do well in 5 years, I'm out of there. What do I do? Now, Kentucky now they dealing with the devil by trying to poach me from a school that I'm already at.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to poach a school. They're trying to poach me from an institution I'm already locked in with. So what you gonna poach me with? What you gonna poach me with? You gotta poach me with this and resources. So now I'm gonna say, all right, SEC. You gotta pay me $8 million, but you gotta buy me out. And that's 8 for 5. So let's just say, just that way, $40 million, right? So my buyout, you gotta pay me, and it's $40 million guaranteed. So after 2 years, it's $30 million buyout. I don't do well after 2. Y'all want me fired? I just insulated myself Because I could have stayed at EKU,
Right.
right? And coached for 20 years. But no, if y'all want to poach me, y'all got to get my buyout. See, John, that's the difference between, that's why regular people like us, John, because I'm a regular person too, can't say that, because when you're a coach, you're a special person. Like, they don't go like 4 years and I'm gonna just sit on my ass. James Franklin, that's all he knows. I mean, that's honestly, that's all James Franklin knows. That's what he's good at. So James Franklin could have sat on his ass too. But you know what? His calling is to be a coach. He went to Vitek as soon as the job happened. He could have sat on his ass, and Penn State owed him whatever $1 million they owe him a year.
Right.
So yeah, I understand. Like, a lot of people say, "Man, if I was in the NFL, I'll play 3 years to get the fuck up out of there." See, with that mindset, you wouldn't be an NFL player.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I will say, hey, Vondre, this your last tweet too. This your last comment. Say everything's gonna be all right. Vondre, tell you what, hey, Vondre, find the people who's gonna pay $40 million and get the coach out of here.
It's not 40, it's like 37.
He got to pay the assistants. You got to pay the assistants.
No, ain't the assistants gone? The assistants not on the contract. A lot of assistants are going anyway.
I thought they had buyouts too. I know.
No, if their contract is up, you just don't re-up it.
But I thought there's only 2 who had their contracts up. Everybody else was still under contract.
Oh, really?
Somebody said that this morning on Sunday morning. Only people who's up is Brad and somebody else. The only people who's up.
Oh, so why someone said, I saw a tweet that, like, I think it was Justin Rowland said that they have to re-up a lot of the assistant coaches.
Sheesh. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I didn't look into it. I was just scrolling and I saw that tweet. Like that we have to. There's only 3 assistants not on contract. Okay, so
yeah, that's what I thought. It was like 2 or 3. That's what somebody said this morning.
Okay.
Or he said it backwards. Oh, he said there's only 3 that's under contract. So he changed it.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's what I thought. So who are the 3 under contract? Probably Boulware? Who's the last? Oh,
receiver
Washington.
Coach.
Washington just got hired.
Receiver coach. Receiver coach, offensive line coach.
And Collins?
Probably Collins, yeah. Probably Collins. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because they just extended Wolf.
Wolf, right.
Oh, damn. Bush got another year? Yep, they did say Bush had another year. Damn, so Bush, it's probably Bush, Washington,
and Wolf.
And maybe Wolf.
Yeah. Wolf just extended, so it's got to be him. To me, Washington and Wolf are the easiest 2. So it's Bush then. Well, there you go.
Sheesh.
Those are the 3.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. Hopefully, well, this season's over. I don't know. It's been a fun, entertaining show, man. I got a lot off my chest. I'm glad to see. That's one thing I do like about doing podcasts outside of just normal talking Sunday morning, that there's a lot of people who do understand and get it. So the loudest voices ain't always the ones that are
for sure
that are bringing all the ruckus.
Yes. That's why you're right. That's why I like doing what I do and what we do, is that we don't get one end of it.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Kudos to you for creating a platform where people can speak freely.
freely.
Because sometimes, right? Sometimes when it goes one way, it stays that way.
Yeah.
Like if it goes whatever way, it doesn't matter, positive, negative. If it goes that one way, then it stays that way. Well, we got it's 6-7. I'm joking. It's about even. It goes back and forth, which is good, man.
Yeah, man. Shoot, man. We appreciate all that, man. I appreciate those kind words from you, man. We're gonna see what happens. So before we get off, then we're gonna get going. Is there any possibility, anti-possibility, that Mark Stoops is let go? At this point, one, if you let him go, you got to have a home run hire in mind. But I ain't know you talking about these people are billionaires. There's billionaires running around. Man, throw that damn $37 million or whatever around. Well, y'all acting like y'all being cheap, which explains a whole lot.
I'm gonna say this. It seemed like Mitch Barnhart said that at one point the program seemed like it was picking back up steam, right? These last two games, if you're basing it solely on that, I don't see you keeping them. And these last two games,
but we had a lot of injuries, a lot of people playing that shit.
It don't matter. You know damn well, Anthony, you play football, injuries don't fucking matter. You know that. The way that those, Anthony,
wow,
how many points? Hold on. And here's the thing, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We didn't score no points against Vandy in my book. There was garbage touchdowns at the end of the game where Vandy was like, I mean, you really want to 7 of the 8. Look, y'all, 7 of the 8 last quarters offensively, I don't think we have a combined 200 yards. 7 quarters, I don't think we have 200 yards. I know I'm probably wrong, but I really don't think we have 200 yards. In 7 quarters, that's almost 2 games.
So you blame it all on Bush?
No. What I'm saying is that what was the one thing, Anthony, that you had something that gave you hope? For me, it was that offense coming around. That offense, these last 2 games, dude, fuck. Right? You ain't got, I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is what I gave, and I feel like I could do this because when we were winning, I was given 90% of the praise to Cutter Boley. Not just on offense, for the whole team.
Right.
These last 2 games, he was horrible.
We kept throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage and within 5 yards, too. Everybody knew we've been doing that. We've been doing that for the past
whatever you want to say, he missed some guys open, too. But that motherfucker, and these last 2 games against, I'm going to pull up the number. Because we're in a locker. This is what we do. These last 2 games against Louisville, like I said, coming into this year, I didn't feel comfortable giving him the keys to the car after the second start last year. Last year Louisville game, Anthony, he was 6 of 15, 48 yards, 2 picks. I'm not counting the fumbles. 6 of 15, 48 yards, 2 picks. This year, he was 13 of 26, 100 yards, 2 picks. 148 yards of passing and 4 picks in his last 2 games to end the season. Yeesh. Against Louisville.
I'm going to say this. Hey, Brandon, I'm going to tell you this, Brandon. I appreciate you for joining. You show up. Steven, back in the South, show up every week with some sense. You make sense. They don't just talk sense. I'm going to tell you this, Brandon, and this is why this platform is different. I ain't going to say different than most people. And we down in the swamp, and Van was gone, so Van don't know about this. Man, we played Florida. Mike Peterson, all he doing is blitzing down the middle every damn play. Give me a head. Every
big head
time I hit him, I would feel a split down the middle of my house. Like, damn, Nobody knows what it takes to keep showing up every play. Like I got to get in front of him because Tim is on national stage. So if Tim gets hit, what they gonna do? What man gonna do back in 1900? Look at White. Look at number 32. He should have stepped up. He got it. But I'm saying nobody knows. Like, man, you don't want, but you got to keep showing up. Well, all Mike Peterson was doing, trying to run through my head because he knew it was hurting me, and he knew I wasn't getting on routes. But y'all, you watch the game. Oh, they gave up. Come on, man. Some people have a breaking point. Some people had concussions. Some people end up with CTE. Point being is entertainment at some point, but there is like a still human element of the whole game, and that's why I appreciate when y'all make them comments y'all making. Me and Van ain't trying to beat nobody up. We just being realistic, and we want you to know these still human on the other side of these paychecks, pads, computers. When you send all that hate stuff, but man, I tell people about it all the time. And nobody really ever talk about Mike Peterson because they had Javon Curse and they had a gold defense. Man, Mike Peterson was the one who just man.
Who's the safety that took somebody? He cleared somebody, which you can't do anymore. What was that safety? Man, they had a safety that was a monster.
Lot, was it or
that sounds right?
George Lott or George?
Yeah, Lott sounds. No, what the Lott in Tennessee?
Tony George is the one I was thinking of.
There was a safety for Florida, dude. That was a menace.
That's true. If the defense can't, if the defense can't, defense keeps stopping, the offense can't score. Shit. At some point, man, you're gonna give up a little something. Ooh.
Was that 97, 98, Ant?
Well, Mike Peterson was 97. I think that was his last year.
Oh,
wait a minute. No, it's 98. It's 98. No, it's 98. 98. My bad. 98.
We're so old, Anthony. They don't even do defensive stats like they used to.
No, they take that stuff off now. You can't see them but the final score. They'll have no time. They'll have no they don't have no box score. They just had a final score.
I'm gonna get it to you. I'm gonna find it.
Nah, man.
Lawrence Wright. Lawrence Wright didn't play in 98 though. That's the guy I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm saying I don't know that name.
Lawrence Wright played and he ended when I ended.
Okay.
That motherfucker was a base shit.
Laying it, huh?
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that dude. You know, and when we get off, back in the day, your safety didn't like down Melvin Johnson, your safety didn't have to really cover because they weren't passing the ball like that. They were just
right.
Playing from 10 to 12 yards deep. Lawrence Wright was a fucking linebacker with some speed playing from 10 to 12 yards deep. Can you imagine that motherfucker coming in A-gap with a full head of steam? Ooh.
Cam Chancellor type mug, huh? Big old Cam Chancellor.
No. Cam Chancellor can't touch Lawrence Wright.
Ooh.
Yeah, Cam Chancellor was a different age, was a different era. I'm talking about free safety. Cam played more in the box. I'm talking about free safety.
Right.
Shit, Lawrence Wright was a bitch, man. And that's me not even getting hit by him. I'm on the sideline looking like, ooh. I'm not even getting hit like,
all right, man. I hope everybody enjoyed the holiday. I should have started off with that. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday because we had the show the day after the holiday, the day before the holiday. So happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy December coming up tomorrow, man. Like, subscribe, share, smash that like button. We're gonna stay up with if something transpires with Stoops or there's a big hire or fire, man, we might start jumping on periodically. One of these people on this screen wants to go Patreon, so you might have to be on the pay service to get the information, but Stoops ain't going nowhere, man. So Holly Kelly Craft, if you see her out, maybe. I ain't even gonna start a whole other discussion because somebody asked me this morning. the Vince see the writing on the wall. The Vince already know what was up. And this Stoops give him a, hey man, this shit better sing. I'm getting my money, man. You need to get on up through. Good question. You know what I'm saying, Vane?
Well, and
we gone. So don't get long with it.
In the ACC, Louisville didn't do that well. Huh?
I ain't think so. They did well against us. That's all that matters, though.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's true. Can't say nothing on it. They went BTA on our shit.
Oh, again, heading over to Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok, like, subscribe, hit the share button. Tell your friends to check us out. We'll be back Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Van Hiles will be back on Wednesday. Appreciate y'all for checking us out.